China's foreign minister says Beijing and Moscow must stand for international justice in the face of major changes unseen in a century. Wang Yi is visiting Moscow, where he's held talks with President Vladimir Putin and Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. Wang said both countries have a responsibility to safeguard global peace and development. Our correspondent Alyosha Milenkovic is in Moscow. Alyosha, you were at the meeting between Vladimir Putin and Wang Yi. What's come out of it?
Yes, Juliet, I came literally minutes ago from the meeting which was held in the Kremlin, and this is a second, or actually this was a second meeting between Wang Yi and Vladimir Putin in the past 6 months. Previous one was in St. Petersburg last September, and it was held, as I said, in Kremlin, and we were attending just the beginning, the opening remarks which were given both by President Vladimir Putin and later by Foreign Minister Wang Yi. Vladimir Putin started with sending his greetings to his friend President Xi Jinping, and that he mentioned that two of them actually spoke twice this year already. Once it was a video conference and the second time was a telephone call. He stressed the 80th anniversary of ending of World War II and joint efforts which were given back then by both China and Russia, and huge sacrifices, and that these two countries as sacrificed so much in that period of time, they shouldn't allow anybody else moving away from the legacy and the memories of what happened during the World War II. And of course, they also mentioned and stressed the importance of collaboration between the two countries in various areas, and that then Wang Yi mentioned that collaboration between Russia and China is not just a one-time deal. It is a long-term relationship, and that both countries have an opening perspectives for the further developments of relations, and that there are no limits of that kind of collaboration between them. And of course, after that, the meeting was continued behind the closed doors in the Kremlin.
So more then on that no-limits friendship. But Wang Yi also met his Russian counterpart, Sergei Lavrov. What can you tell us about that?
Yes, that meeting was held earlier in the morning in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Russia, and it was interesting that both ministers back then said or mentioned World War II. It is a very important event, 80th anniversary for both countries, and both countries are all actually dignitaries from both sides are actually quite frequently mentioning that anniversary. And also what both Sergei Lavrov and Wang Yi mentioned is collaboration in international organizations, including the UN, including G20, BRICS, SCO, and many other international organizations where China and Russia coordinate their moves. They work together in bringing a more peaceful and, of course, the world which can move forward without stress, which is apparently unprecedented in this day and age. And this is something that Wang Yi also mentioned during his interview to the Russian state media before he arrived here in Moscow.
Alyosha Milenkovic in Moscow, thank you very much.